Welcome back to Clary Studios, and today we're reviewing this Feit Electric dual outlet outdoor smart plug. You can do this indoor as well, but I will be using this primarily for an outdoor use. It is a holiday season, so for my Christmas lights and decorations I will be using this plug. Now I did go to Home Depot and I found some very similar plugs for a very similar price, except it was only one per box. This one is two per box over at Costco. And if I can find an Amazon link, I will put a link down below if you don't have a Costco membership, as usual. If you click on that link below, I do get a kickback from Amazon, so I'd appreciate it. Otherwise, if you have a Costco membership, definitely check these out if they're still in stock. If not, go online. So just real quick, this one does come in 2-pack. And like I said, I did purchase one at Home Depot first, and it was way more, it felt more high quality than this. This is plastic. It feels very light. But it does the exact same functionality as the one from Home Depot. The Home Depot is like rubberized and really heavy duty. But nonetheless, we're going to try this one out right out of the box. Like I said, it does come with two. I've already installed one to see how it works. So we're going to check out, I'm going to show you how to install this one right now. Also, it comes with some instructions, and it does connect to Alexa and Google Home. So it comes with instructions on how to do that. But it's pretty simple. You will need the Feit Electric app on your phone. So I'm going to show you that as well. Once you get it downloaded, it's pretty simple. You can connect it to your Alexa or Google. So to get started, we're going to go ahead and plug this in. Like I said, we are inside. We are in the house because you do need some Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity for this to work. So once you plug it in, here's your power button right here. So give it a few, there you go. So after you wait a few seconds, it starts to flash blue. So that means it's ready for Bluetooth. It's ready for your Wi-Fi, which you're going to do everything through the app on your phone. So go ahead and open up your phone, and you want to go ahead and download that app, which is that one right there. It's going to be the Feit Electric app. Sorry if it's blurry. But once you download that app, it's going to ask you to create an account. Or if you have that app already for any of your other devices that you can connect to, then that's the one you're going to open. Just go ahead and open that up. And right there, so I've already downloaded one. So right there it says off. Oh, there, see? It already just asked me to add one. So I already had one downloaded because it comes with two. So I downloaded one and I named it the front. So now I'm going to do this one, add this guy right here, and I'm going to name it the side yard. So I have a front plug and a side plug. Just gonna make sure you turn your Wi-Fi on. All right, so connected to your main Wi-Fi for the house. All right, once you got your password and your, your Wi-Fi and your password all connected to the device, go ahead and connect. Okay, so it's looking for the device right now. So you can see it was flashing blue on the device. And it's not doing nothing, but it is searching. There it goes. Now it's a solid blue, so it's starting to talk to each other. There we go. Smart Outdoor Plug 2. So it already knows I have one. This is the second one, so I'm going to rename this one. So I'll go ahead and select here. I'm going to name this. Like I said, I already have one named front, so this one's going to be side. Okay, so now it's named side. Done. And there we go. So now, right now, we could power it on. As you, I don't know if you heard that, but you hear the click, and also the red light turns on, saying that this device is now powered on. So whatever's plugged into it does have two plugs right here that has a little cover. So if you don't need to use both of them, you just plug the other one up with the little rubber plastic clip, so that way it's protected from the elements. But otherwise, this could be out in the water. It is water resistant. So anyways, so you can power it on and off just like that. So as you can see, when right now it's powered on. When I hit the button, it'll power off. On and off. On, off. Okay. So now we have some other options here. We have, you can schedule it. You can do a timer. Let's look at settings. So settings, LED light indicator. So if you don't want that blue light on, or the red light, you could always select those in here. Lock mode. So that way you'd have to push the button on the device itself 4 times, it says, to release the lock. Manually press the power switch 4 consecutive times on the device, which is this guy right here, if you wanted to unlock it, to lock and unlock. So anyways, we're going to back out of that. Let's go to timer. So timer, right? So let's say it turns on. If you just want to power it on and time it, you do that there, how many hours or minutes. But what I want to do is schedule. So we're going to go to schedule right here. Right now it's empty, so we're going to add a schedule. Add schedule, and there's our time. So right now, this time of year, where I live in California, I want this to be like from 5 p.m. till 10 p.m. 5 p.m. is when it's usually dark here in my area. So as you can see, you have a start time and end time, and that's the start hours and minutes and the end hours and minutes. So they're two separate. At first, I was kind of confused on how to set this, but it's all done right down here. So it's all in military time. So 5 o'clock is 1700. And I want it to end at 10. That'll be 2200. So just like that. If you want minutes, you just change minutes or whatever. And I did time this on the first one I installed, and there's about a 30-second delay. So I timed it for a certain time, and it was about 30 seconds before the device actually turned on. But it did work. So anyways, that's how you pretty much sync them together. You program it and get it to set a timer, and it's making you go ahead and save that timer. Saved it. So there you go. Right now, this device is set for 5 p.m. till 10 p.m. Right, so we're going to back out of there. This, again, my side, it's named side. And if I back one more out of there, those are my two devices. My side yard and my front yard. Now, if you had more plugs, they would just list right down here. So if you have multiple going on, you can. And I do have 2 more, so I have 4 total of these. But right now I'm only going to use 2. But when I do have some for my backyard or the other side yard or whatever, I can rename them, do whatever I want there. And you go down here, and you can also set them up in different groups. And profile is where you want to go if you're going to set it up to your Alexa or Google Assistant. You just hit use Alexa and Google. Select those, you log in with this app to your Google or your Alexa, Amazon devices, and you should be able to say, hey, Alexa, start my Christmas lights or whatever, however you want to set it up in the app, and it will do that. So anyways, let's go ahead and go get this guy plugged in outside. Again, we want to do this inside. I tried setting this up outside at first, and you do have to be kind of within range of your router or inside your house for this to really connect. If you try doing it outside like what I did with the first device, it wouldn't recognize. So make sure you come inside near your router. So let's go outside and get it plugged in and see how they work. All right, so I am now outside my side yard where I'm going to install this device. Excuse my neighbor's dogs, they like to bark when I come outside. But anyways, one downside I will say about this is the way the plug is set up. See how it like stands up and goes out? I wish it just went straight up like a traditional plug like this, like an extension cord. So that way I can plug in like this for something different than this device here, and it doesn't allow for that. I'd have to cut these little, and that's what this is for. I could cut that out, and then I might be able to do that. But I'm not gonna do that. It's a pain in the butt. So anyways, let's go ahead and get that plugged in there. So even though I've unplugged this from inside the house where I programmed it and have now come outside, as you can see, solid blue, which means we have a connection. So we're good. Once you program it once, you should be able to move it around as long as you have a Wi-Fi signal. If you don't have a long range Wi-Fi, then definitely you might want to get an extender, and I will leave a link down below if you're looking for any kind of Wi-Fi extenders. I have a video with that for review. I'll post that below. You can watch that. So once you get that plugged in, we will now plug in this extension cord, which will go to the Christmas lights for tonight. Just like that. And then I'll get the extension cord ran over to where I'm going to run some lights over there shining up on the house. And then, yeah, we'll come back later tonight, make sure it turns on right at 5 p.m. like as scheduled, and we'll see how it looks. Alright, still a work in process, but this is what we got so far going on. Just the first one I installed for the front of the house, so excuse the mess in the wires. Like I said, a work in process is not done yet. But I pretty much have the snowman and that star and the Grinch hooked up just to that one unit right there. And it's right there at the front. So let me push that. So that automatically turns everything on. And of course I can push it again to turn it off. And I can do that from anywhere. I don't have to be home. I just have to have a Wi-Fi connection on the app to work. The unit itself is connected to my home Wi-Fi. So no matter where I am, as long as I have internet connection with my phone, I can turn it off and on. I don't even have to be here at home. But we're going to be using the timer function. So 5 o'clock, we'll come back and make sure it turns on and then turns off at 10 o'clock tonight. Also, side note, if you notice that when I push it to turn it off, push it and turn it off, if you push and hold it, that's where you go to the screen where you can schedule all your settings and everything. You'd also turn it off and on here like I was showing you before, and you could also edit the name. So again, push and hold whichever unit you're trying to change the functions for. We got 1 minute. It'll be 5 o'clock. See if that timer turns on. You guys can see that on the camera. There you go, 5 o'clock. There it goes. Turned on. So it worked, 5 o'clock, and it should turn off at 10. So as advertised, it's working so far.